Hey everybody, you might remember me from the last video I uploaded, which was around 2 to 3 years ago. I just wanted to tell y'all about what's been going on recently, what, led to this entire extended delay, and what I'm going to be doing going forward with the channel. So 2023 was around the last time I made a video. Last time I made a video was like the summer of 2023, and the last time I released a video was December of 2023, I believe. Um, and here's what happened, right? I said, okay, I'm gonna make a little backlog of videos. I'm gonna make some videos that I can just pull out of whenever I have some kind of issue and can't make a video in that, time period. So like if I have like a big test coming up, I won't have much time to really crank out a good quality video. So I'll just take one from the backlog then, and then after the thing is over, I can just go back to making videos. So that didn't really work out well, because I just started pulling from the backlog for the, 2023 school year once things started wrapping up. Because the problem with most of my delays on YouTube, like most of my disappearances, was that I couldn't balance schoolwork and extracurriculars with YouTube, and that remained a problem and became an even bigger problem as I went into the 2023 school year. So yeah, that's why I disappeared from 2023 to 2024. But as the summer of 2024 came up, I wanted to make some videos. And why didn't I make any videos? Because I wanted to catch up with, learning, with schoolwork, work a little bit ahead. So that meant I wouldn't have time to actually work on videos. And by the way, that was not successful. I did not, get done with the goals that I wanted to get done. I learned a lot of valuable lessons, but yeah, I wasn't able to make any videos. And continuing from that, the 2024 to 2025 school year, I also was not able to make any videos because I started, spiraling down, falling behind on work again. Can't really make videos when you're doing that. So yeah, that's basically what happened. It all went by pretty quickly, I feel. 2 years is definitely a long time to be away from a social platform. So I'm gonna update y'all on, what's going on and what I'm planning to do with the channel. So in the past, my videos were mostly, starting from the beginning of my channel to about a year before I went on this extended disappearance. Most of my videos were kind of experimental. I was kind of figuring out, okay, how do I record a video? How do I, narrate a video? How do I make a video so that it has a decent quality result? Learning how to edit, learning how to record. I started on Xbox Game Bar, and at one point I actually used Zoom, like the conference app, for a face cam. So that's kind of back in the old days. Now I'm using OBS like a proper, YouTube guy, and I'm using Premiere to edit. But that all took time to learn, and that was basically the first 3 years of my channel. A few hundred uploads got me to that point, and then in 2023, I started to make videos that kind of reflected my personality, but not quite there yet. Because if you look at an update video, right, like a Minecraft update video, or a video talking about some news, right, you can't really inject much of your own personality into it. You can't really put yourself into it, unless you're like Moist Critical, then you can. His videos are memorable and funny because he is able to put his own personality, put his, mind into the videos that he makes. But with me, my update videos, and in general, normally update videos and game videos that cover that kind of content, don't really get a chance to be that memorable because I'm not able to, actually make videos that project me into it. You know what I mean? The videos that I'm trying to make are hopefully gonna be able to be a reflection of like myself, what I enjoy doing, what I do, what I like, what's churning up in my brain, you know. I wanted to make videos that kind of show the humanity, you know, show my personality. Art is a display of humanity, right? Like, that's why people say AI art is not art, because it's generated by a bunch of algorithms. There's no you inside of it. But if you look at every artist's art, right, they're gonna have their own art style. They're gonna have their own, you know, struggles. They're gonna have their own strengths. They're gonna have their own, like, display of their own personality, of their brains at the time of making the art, you know. Like, if you look at Van Gogh's art, right, you can kind of infer, or at least draw on the art to figure out what he was thinking about at the time, to see what kind of person he was, to see what he valued, you know. But in the case of, like, videos like update videos, right, it's good in the time being. It gets a few hundred views, and then after a week people forget about it. That's not the kind of videos I want to make long term. So going forward, you know, I'm not gonna stop making gaming videos. I'm not gonna stop, you know, narrating my videos in the background, and adding, like, jazz soundtracks or whatever. But what I am gonna stop is making videos that are time limited. I'm gonna try to start making videos that people can revisit and, you know, find or get something out of. You know, maybe it's a little bit of inspiration, maybe it's like entertainment. I want to at least leave a positive impact on your day with my videos. So let's take, for example, a Minecraft video again. Instead of making an update video, I might make a video that will allow me to express myself a little bit more. For example, maybe it's going to be a video on, you know, beating Minecraft after 10 years. In that kind of video, I'm actually able to express myself a little bit more, add my own personality into it a little bit more, add, you know, myself into it, instead of just, okay, here's what happened. It's the exact same as every other, you know, update video or whatever. So videos are kind of just gonna show, okay, this is me, this is what I'm doing, this is what I like, and this is, you know, a reflection of my state of mind at the moment, instead of just being a video that lasts for like a week and then people forget about it. So a little bit of a difference, but I'm hoping it's not too jarring. I think the style of editing is going to be the same. The tone is going to be pretty similar, except, you know, I'm trying to add more content into my content so that you are more content with the video at the end, you know? So yeah, that's most of what I'm gonna say. Just so you know, all of my socials I've packed into a little link tree, and now it's in, like, the description. I might make a website in the future. I don't know. I'll see about that. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that supported me in my development of my channel. You know, we're still in the early stages right now. We're still learning. We're still evolving, like everything does. Everything changes with time, and everything will not look the same at the end. You can't really predict how things are going to go 1 year, 2 years, 5 years from now with perfect accuracy. But the best thing to do is just to try it out. If it doesn't work, you know, it doesn't work. If it does work, you know, you stand to gain everything from it. So, you know, seize the day. Do what you want. Do what you want in life. Follow your dreams. You know, I know that's pretty cliche, but, you know, I really enjoy making content, and I want to follow one of my dreams of making content. So if anything, this video, I hope, inspires you to go out into the world and try and take steps, small steps, into doing what you want. Because humans are persistence hunters, you know. Humans, for all of history, we've chased our prey at a manageable pace until they tire out. You know, you're an antelope grazing on, like, a savanna or whatever. Cheetah's just gonna sprint after you. That's why humans aren't the best sprinters in the wild, because we're not great at sprinting. You know, we also tire out when sprinting, but we can walk or jog at a leisurely pace after an antelope for 4, 5, 6 hours, and the antelope will tire out, and we will get it. And the antelope is your goals. And if you take it at a manageable pace and don't take a sprint, keep going after it, be persistent, have endurance. It's not about motivation, it's about how much you actually want the goal. Do you want to do what you want to do? Like, do I want to do YouTube? Yes, I really enjoy YouTube, and I do not want to stop this. So you just got to keep chasing after your goals. You just got to keep persisting and persisting. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be, things that happen that try to stop you from getting your goals. It's all a test. It's all a test. Like 2023 to 2025 for me, it was a test to see if I would stop making content, to see if I would, give up on my dreams of being, of making high quality content. It's all a test. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep persisting. Stay focused on the vision, because I know everybody has a vision. Everybody has a vision of almost everybody has a vision of what they want their life to be like and what they want to do with their life. And if you don't have a vision, it's a good idea to start making one. Think about where you want to be 1 year from now, 5 years from now, and not in vague terms. You have to think in specifics. This is where I want to be academically. This is where I want to be, in terms of money. This is where I want to be spiritually. This is where I want to be physically. I want to get jacked. That's what a lot of people say. I want to get big muscles. So how do I do that? People can do calisthenics, people can do gym. It's up to you. You got to figure out what you want to do and how you're going to get there. But the man who enjoys the journey will get further than the man who enjoys the destination. So you gotta have a love of the game. You gotta enjoy what you do and do what you enjoy. That's very cliche as well, but if you're able to do it, your life will be great. I enjoy doing YouTube. I don't do it for clout. I haven't made a single dime from YouTube, but I enjoy making videos, and now I've made like 300 of them, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So try to do what you enjoy when you can, and if you cannot, then try to find a way into doing what you enjoy. Follow your dreams and keep persisting, because you don't stand to lose much. If you're living a life you don't want to live, all you're risking is the life you don't want to live anyways into a life that you do want to live. You could try 100 times, fail 100 times, you're still living the same life. You're not risking anything. You can fail 100 times, and then on the 101st time you're successful, and now you're living the life you want to live. So you got to go out and do what what your dream is, what your passion is, and good things will come. Build a garden and the butterflies will come. If you chase after a butterfly, all they'll do is fly away. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.